is packing with you, YouTube, KHTV, back with another video. Shout out to the subscribers, shout out to the whole PAG. And welcome to the G Spot, where we get into, the game, talk a little bit more in depth, make our pick, and not only that, here on the G Spot, we're going to get into some betting. We're going to do some prop pick betting on each game this season. We're not going to go through the whole list of each team and who I think going to win and the pick'ems and all of that. No, not this year. We're going to specifically deal with the Green Bay Packers. And with that being said, now that the NFL season has started officially, let's get into the Thursday night football game where the Detroit Lions marched into Arrowhead and dethroned, or I want to say dethroned, let's say they beat the Chiefs in the game counts. But, early season game, we know that this season, when the NFL season starts, it takes about 3 to 4 weeks before you really start seeing how good a team really is. Now, might I add that the Kansas City Chiefs were missing 2 key players on their team, and no excuses. We're not going to use that as no excuse. Andy Reid should have prepared better. But the Lions went out there and did what they were supposed to do, and that's win the game. Dan Campbell really knows how to galvanize his team to go out there and play. I give him a lot of credit for that. Why? Because it's the 0-16 Lions. As far as the fan base, I've never seen a fan base like this in my life. Never in my life. You have fans of the Detroit Lions, the 0-16 cowardly Lions, crying about this win. Oh, we won. Oh, we won. We won the game. That shit was weird. Seeing that shit was completely weird. It was funny because you expect that from a team like the 0-16 Lions. Now, the narrative about the Lions all last year, they're going to be the team that shocks the NFC North. They're going to win the North. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Now, I give you that. I welcome the challenge. If y'all trying to build up motivation from last year, where y'all still didn't make the playoffs, y'all beat us for nothing. Y'all beat us for nothing last year. Oh, we kicked y'all out. We eliminated. We were never in the playoffs. You see how they go about doing that? We took y'all out the playoffs. We were never in the playoffs. The Seattle Seahawks had the seed, and it was their seed to lose. If they would have lost to the Rams, we would have automatically got in. Period. It wouldn't have mattered if we lost to the cowardly 0-16 Lions, or if we beat them. We still would have got in. So, Lions fans, it's only game 1. And y'all sitting up here crying snot bubbles coming out your nose, Flint water tears pouring out your eyes. Y'all look silly. Shout out to man Beast Morris. He wasn't crying, but he was all happy about the win. Rightfully so. It was a huge, significant win for who? The Lions. If this would have been any other team that went in there and beat the Chiefs, I don't think we would be having we wouldn't be having all this nonsense going on with the Lions. And if the Lions would have lost to the Chiefs, that's what we expected. But since they won, everybody run a worm with this narrative. Oh, they're winning the North. Oh, they're going to the Super Bowl. Oh, they're playoff bound after game 1. But go ahead, Lions fans. Live it up. Live up week 1. Live it up. Party. 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 Party your hearts out. You still got 16 fucking games to go. We've seen this before from the Lions. We've seen this before. Remember when they went 5-0? Remember when the Lions went 5-0? Y'all remember when the Lions went 5-0? What happened after the 5th game? They didn't win another fucking game. Why? Because they the 0-16 Lions. So Lions fans, after y'all come back down to earth, after crying with snot bubbles, man, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know how much this means to me. Now I get it. Some of y'all Lions fans was probably at the game, and I could see why tears and snot bubbles coming all out your face. I could see it, but I'm not gonna respect it. We don't respect shit like that, especially from a team that ain't done shit. Shout out to Sheila Ford. Moving on. Let's get into this game now, man. Let's get into this Packers versus the Bears. Now, the Bears came out on social media, in the news, and said, we are fully healthy. We have full participant players at practice. Good for y'all. Because if it's one thing that probably is going to beat the Green Bay Packers this weekend, is probably y'all being fully healthy. So good for y'all. Now let's talk about the Green Bay Packers side of the ball. We're going to be missing Christian Watson. He showed up Friday in Jordans and some Jordans and shorts and t-shirt. He didn't suit up, didn't put any pads on, so we know he out. Romeo Doubs, on the other hand, that's a cause for concern. I believe he's going to play. The starting receivers in this game is going to be Romeo Doubs, Reed, and Malik Heath. Those are going to be the 3 starting receivers. You're going to have Luke Musgrave in the mix, Josiah DeGora in the mix. Who knows if Bakhtiari is going to be on the snap count, knowing he's been limited each week, hasn't played the preseason game. So he might be on the snap count, and we're going to have to deal with the backup left tackle, Yash Nyman. Woo! But anywho, the Packers have a chance to win this game. They have a chance to win this game. Go on the road, try to punch the Chicago Bears in the mouth. That's how some Packer fans see the game going. Me personally, I don't see us winning this game. Now, prove me wrong. Can we win this game? Yes. We can win the game. We can win the game. But I don't think we will. And I'm going to tell you why. Just the thought of Jordan Love going out there on the field with this offense, knowing that the offense has had its struggles last year, you know what I'm saying, especially in the red zone. How is Matt LaFleur going to manage the play calling. How many pass plays is he going to call? How, run plays? Me personally, I think Matt LaFleur should stick to 12 personnel. Run the football, play action. Run the football, play action. More heavy on the run. You know what I mean? Heavy, heavy, heavy run. Wear the defense down. Keep that defense on the field. That's the way I would approach this game. Tire that defense out over there, Chicago Bears. Tire them out. Pound, ground and pound. Mix it up with the tight ends. Put just Jaisor DeGora out there. Have them line up on the end of the offensive line. Put them on the slot. Get Luke Musgrave, stretching the field a little bit, underneath routes to him, to, clean up the 3rd and 2s, the third and 4 yard, short yardage, clean that up, have Aaron Jones do his thing, mix it up with AJ Dillon, you know what I mean, and pound the ball, run the ball, be successful running the ball. If we can control the clock, run the football, aggressive, make the pass plays we supposed to make. Hopefully these receivers catch the ball. Shout out to Bernard, who hit me up, which was funny. After the Chiefs game, after they lost, he was like, damn, the Packers had the most drop passes last year. Like I said, man, we need to be cautious of how we approach this game with the Bears. We had the most drops last year. People forget that. And then he says, is Patrick Mahomes washed? For those in the PAG, they know that inside joke. That shit was hilarious when he texted me that. Shout out to B-Mac. We'll be back, I want to say Sunday night or Monday, before the Jets and Bills game with MTC moving the chains. So we looking forward to that. But right now we here at the G Spot. So I would ground and pound the ball on the Chicago Bears. Take advantage of what I could take advantage of. If I got to check down, throwing the ball to Aaron Jones in the check down, or AJ Dillon, or, mixing up the receivers and motioning, you know what I'm saying? Which is, just all of this stuff is coming at me at one time with this game. You got rookie receivers. You got injured receivers and Romeo Dubs. You got Reed out there. You got Malik Heath out there. Not saying that them guys can't go out there and make plays, but this is the first game of the season. This ain't no preseason game. This is 60 minutes. It ain't no Jordan Love go out there for a series and then you let Sean Clifford come in there and take over the rest of the game. No. After the first quarter, after Sunday's game, Jordan Love, you got to get back out there for the next week, and a week after that, and a week after that, and a week after that of 60 minutes of football. Now, the average points scored per team in the NFL, and we just going back 3 years. We're just going to go back to 2020. We'll go back to 2020. 2020, 2021, and 2022. Now, the average points scored in 2020 per team was around 22 points a game. Then it dropped a point, 21 points a game in 2021. And in 2022, it kind of was around there, 21 point something, stayed around in that area, 21 points a game. You know what I mean? Is the average each team scores per week. So all of this 38-10 and 28-14 and all these crazy outrageous scores that y'all coming up with, man, it is the first week of football. These guys don't really be engaging in preseason like that no more. I'm curious to see how the Cowboys gonna look against the Giants. All these teams that didn't let their starters get out there and play football for the first 3 weeks of the season, gonna be rusty. Now, Jordan Love played. He played, but the starting defense for the Green Bay Packers didn't. They didn't play. They chilled out. Bakhtiari didn't play no preseason games. I don't even know if Elton Jenkins played any preseason games. All we had was the rookies and Jordan Love out there playing preseason games. So let's just relax a little bit with these scores that we throwing out there. Now, I got the game going 20-17, the Chicago Bears. Just by the Chicago Bears saying, we healthy. Let me know right there that they really want to punch the Green Bay Packers in the mouth. Why? Because the previous Green Bay quarterback is not there no more. So they know that Jordan Love is going to have some limitations on offense. They know Matt LaFleur is not going to open up the entire playbook to Jordan Love. I hope Matt LaFleur is engaging with Jordan Love consistently on the sideline to help him win this game. Now, will the defense do their job? We thought they was going to do their job the first game of the season against the Vikings last year, and we seen how that panned out. We got to remember that this Green Bay Packer team gives up big plays, unnecessary big plays. They'll just give up a big play. It could be 3rd and 12. All right, this is a 3 and out. You be sitting back chilling, and all of a sudden, it's a big first down for 24 yards. Are we forgetting this Joe Barry defense? Are we forgetting that? Let's not forget the Joe Barry defense. Now, technically, this defense is supposed to dominate. And I expect that they will look like they're going to dominate. I mean, you got Preston Smith. He's probably going to be on the snap count. Kenny Clark, we don't know if the double team will work. And if the double team is working, will the other guys be able to get through? Rashawn Gary, he's going to be on the snap count. I just want to see Rashawn Gary out there on 3rd and long. That's all I want to see him out there on 3rd and long. Blitz the quarterback, use your speed. I don't even want you to put your hand in the dirt. Just go. You know what I'm saying? I want this defense to win the game. That's just me. I want this defense to win the game. Why? Because, like y'all all say, it's the Bears, man. It's just the Bears. It's just the Bears. So, yeah, an NFL football team that could probably win this week at home. So, now that we discussed the game, who knows what kind of separation these receivers are going to get. And I get it, y'all all, the Bears suck. How you going against the Packers? I'm not going against the Packers. I just think they're going to lose the first game. So, forgive me for thinking they're going to lose the first game. The Packers, they could prove me wrong. They could go out there and prove me wrong. I hope they do. But let's get into these player prop picks. Now, on Underdog, because that's what I'm using. I'm not going to tell y'all the other shit I use to make money on these on gambling. Some good college games today, too. Bama against Texas. Who else you got? You got Bama against Texas. You got Colorado against Nebraska. Shout out to Deion Sanders. And then you got Oregon against I think it's Texas Tech, if I'm not mistaken. I think they play Texas Tech. So it's gonna be some pretty good college football games today. But yeah, let's get into our G Spot prop picks of the week. Now they have Jordan Love. I thought they was gonna open it up a little bit more for Jordan Love, but they didn't. They didn't really put up a prop pick for Jordan Love until last night. The only players they had was Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, and the kicker. But now that they got Jordan Love up, they got him at 212.5 passing yards, 12.5 rushing yards, and half an interception. Aaron Jones, they got at touchdown, 60.5 rushing yards, 13.5 rushing attempts. A.J. Dillon, 40.5 rushing yards, or 41.5 rushing yards. I don't like that 41.5 rushing yards. I don't like that at all. And 10 attempts. And then they have a free pick with Saquon Barkley at half of a yard. You know he going to get that against Dallas, so that's a free pick. And then they got, I'm going to throw this in here on the other side. They got Justin Fields with 9 rushing attempts. They got other stuff too. I think it was like 189 passing yards. I ain't messing with that. And they had him at 0.5 interceptions. So what I'm going to roll with the free Saquon Barkley pick as my first pick because he's going to get a yard against Dallas. I'm going to roll with Jordan Love with 12.5 rushing yards. Aaron Jones. You could go either or with Aaron Jones. You could go touchdown or you could go 13.5 rushing attempts. Or you could go A.J. Dillon with the 41.5 rushing yards or the 10 rushing attempts. Now, I don't know how many times Matt LaFleur is going to run the football or if he's going to do some half and half type shit. But I'm going to go with Jordan Love with 12.5 rushing yards. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Aaron Jones with the 13.5 rushing attempts because I believe if Aaron Jones can have over 13.5 rushing attempts, the Green Bay Packers could pretty much win this game. And yeah, those are going to be my 3 picks. Saquon Barkley, free pick. Jordan Love, 12.5 rushing yards. And I'm kind of lingering with, I'm torn between Aaron Jones touchdown and Aaron Jones 13.5 rushing attempts. But if I think Matt LaFleur wants to win this game, I'm going to go with Aaron Jones with 13.5 rushing attempts. Now, before we end this, let's bring up special teams for a little bit. It'll be in the best interest of the Green Bay Packers to get the best possible field position. Oh, another thing. I'm also looking at Justin Fields throwing the touchdown. So, either or, Aaron Jones, TD, Jordan Love, rushing yards, and then Justin Fields, interception or Saquon Barkley free pick. But let's talk about special teams with the Green Bay Packers. Now, I think if we could get this team in great field position, we could win this game. But if that doesn't happen, if we got to go on these long drives and, Jordan Love throwing the ball too high, not being accurate, trying to move the ball down the field, I think we lose the game. And I think that's the kind of game the Chicago Bears are going to try to play. I think they're going to try to make Jordan Love earn his points, which, great strategy. See if you could go 75 yards down the field and make it happen. And that's where I believe Matt LaFleur would have to really, really use the run game. If we get in field goal position, make sure that the field the field goal yards is manageable. I don't want to see our kicker getting out there and he got to kick a 46-yard field goal. I don't think the Packers going to be trusting that. You know, they might try to go for it on fourth down one of these times in the game if the kicker ain't reliable. You know what I mean? So after bringing in a Super Bowl winning long snapper for the Rams, and then you got this brand new kicker that you just signed this year, a lot of shit is up in the air with that. Now, I trust the punt return team and the kickoff return team. I trust that, you know, more than I trust the kicker trying to kick a field goal. And that might be the deciding factor of this game. We might have a chance to have a game-winning field goal, and he might choke. He might choke. So, yeah, those are my G Spot prop picks for this week with the Green Bay Packers. You could also throw in a sack in there from Preston Smith if you're trying to go 5. I'm going 3. Being safe on the first game of the season just to fill everything out. I'm not going to do no 5 picks, but you could go Preston Smith with a sack. They do have defensive Quay Walker with 7 tackles. But then again, you got to think about, are the Chicago Bears going to be going on long drives in this game? Is it going to be quick 3 and outs? If it's quick 3 and outs, then you know Quay Walker not getting them 7 tackles. So you got to be smart at how you go about this approach when you're looking at these games. You know, you got to factor in all the nuances and all the different scenarios on your picks. And I believe that if the Packers can control the clock, run the football, they can win this game. If not, if Matt LaFleur tries to show off his new toy, trying to throw bombs down the field and get these receivers acclimated to how he want this, he's expecting the offense to look mid-season, you know, or within the first 4 weeks to solidify our identity. I don't think we win the first game. So, you know, let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens and take it for what it is. You know what I mean? That's all we can do. So with that being said, I thank you guys for stopping by, checking out the G Spot. And remember, man, we all in this, man. All you need is love. All you need is love to play smart football. And with that being said, man, we out of here. Shout out to the PAG. It is your man KHTV. And as always, go Pack, go.